Hello there, good morning. And we are here in front of Robarts Arena in Sarasota, Florida, ready for my first guitar and amp show. Waiting for a dear friend of mine to show up so we can go in together. I need to buy tickets because I didn't get them yet. So something tells me we're gonna have a lot of fun today. There are people bringing amps and guitars and any and everything that you can possibly think of. So yeah, something tells me it's gonna be fun. And my company just arrived, so I'll see you guys inside. Just a little bit of everything.
I think, yeah.
Kind of wish that I brought something to sell, just in case.
You'll know next time.
Oh yeah. They're here tomorrow. Worst comes to worst, you can just show up.
True. Yeah.
Oh, look at that one. I've never seen this so thick.
How you doing?
Is it like stained on the metal there?
I think so, because it's not raised or anything.
Yeah.
We're all going down to Charlie's.
Sir Paul McCartney will be jealous.
69. No, he couldn't play it.
Oh yeah.
Man, oh man.
These people.
Yeah, you know what? I know it's come down again a little bit, but at one point, my Taylor K22 was up around 10.
I bet. Different model, yeah. Same kind of wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't see the
I'll be okay with these.
Yeah.
50 grand. 1936.
That's all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you a text, but I think
It's a very comfortable neck.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What's amazing about it is the weight.
Yeah.
It's got that drop G feature.
Yep.
It's got a tuner built in it.
It's beautiful.
I'm thinking this is top end of the top end.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, $4,500 or something.
I mean, for a musician, if you're traveling around and you don't have issues with sound and feedback and
Exactly right.
Yeah, here, let me show you.
It's amazing.
No feedback.
Okay, so you guys can see that there was a lot there. It was a bit overwhelming. Usually when you go to a guitar store like Guitar Center or rest in peace Semash, you don't get as attached to all the guitars there because first of all, they're brand new guitars that you can just go in and buy whenever you want or order online, and you know, it's nice sometimes to take some off the wall and play and see how they play and how you react to them. But in a place like this where you have a lot of vintage instruments and some things that you've never seen before and some things that you will never see again, let's put it like that, the easiest way for me to make sense of all of those was separating everything through categories and doing like top threes of every category possible. Okay, so first category would be paint jobs. Okay, so there were some nice different paint jobs that I've never seen before. Some sparkles, some translucent, some, you know, a little bit of everything that you can possibly think of. Okay, so on number 3 we have the Epiphone Sheraton, which I'm calling the Oasis guitar because, I mean, look at it, why not, right? It looks like something that Oasis would play. And this one even had the wah pedal with the same kind of paint job. Amazing. I've never seen one in person before. So yeah, that was really cool. On number 2, we have the Paisley Telly. This Paisley is one of the most beautiful Paisleys I've ever seen. I don't know if it faded out over time or what happened to that paint job, but that was just gorgeous. I wish I could bring that guitar home as well. And of course, the number 1, 1950s K. That gold paint job, almost like a classic car would be painted as, with the pinstripes and everything else. That thing was just unbelievable. A true piece of art. So well-deserved first place. So second category would be favorite tops. That includes bursts and whatever kind of natural wood that you can see through the paint. On number 3, we have the Gibson Les Paul double cut. Beautiful wood grain. I got a little bit jealous of that guitar. The symmetry on the top was perfect. On number 2, we have a 1986 PRS faded royal blue. It was a more basic kind of wood grain, but I kind of love, I'm not a really like burst fan whatsoever. I don't like things that are too fancy and too beautiful. I like a little bit of movement on the tops. So that's my reason for it being number 2. And then the number 1, it has to be what I'm calling the swimming pool guitar, because it looks like water. It looks like a beautiful swimming pool, basically reflecting the waves out of the water. It's probably one of the most beautiful tops I've seen in person so far. Then we'll go to odd finds. So things that I wasn't expecting to see in a place like that. On number 3, we have a Giannini. I mean, my first guitar, and Maga gave me my first acoustic guitar, a nylon string guitar from Giannini. I think it was from the 70s or something like that. So seeing a Giannini in America brought me a lot of memories, and I mean, it's super cool to see something like that you're not expecting to see. Then on number 2 for odd finds, we have the 12-string Gibson Melody Maker. I didn't even know that Gibson made a 12-string Melody Maker. I've seen before the regular Melody Makers, and I kind of appreciate them. I really think that you know, you could easily just remove those single pickups and put a humbucker there, or even a P90 would be even better for me. More like a Joe and Jack kind of guitar. But yeah, besides that, I think that melody makers are amazing, but I've never seen a 12 string before. So that was a really cool odd find. And then on number 1 of odd finds, we have the Gibson ES 150D. It's basically a 335 with a very thick body, 100% hollow, so there's no center block or anything like that. I don't know how that guitar would play plugged in, you know, with a distortion or anything like that, but it was very comfortable in a very light guitar. I love the color. I love that walnut finish on that on those guitars, 70s guitars. Just beautiful. Then we have best aging process. So guitars that are not perfectly in shape paint wise, guitars that were, how can we say this, extra loved over the years. So on number 3 of best aging process, we have a 1954 Gibson LG1. That thing is beat up, and it's beat up in the best way possible. I mean, it's a 1954 guitar, painted, not natural, so it aged in a beautiful way. On number 2, we have a 1962 Strat that was refinished. It only said old refin on the guitar, so I don't know exactly when it was refinished or anything like that, but it had a beautiful patina to it, and I mean, I would take that guitar home in a heartbeat if it wasn't like $18,000 or something like that. And then, last but not least, on number 1, we have a 70s Fender that was on the first booth on the right. That guitar with that paint job and the tortoise pickguard, I mean, it screams to anybody that likes Fender Strats. It's the perfect way that I would love a guitar to be, in the perfect state. Then we're gonna go to favorite basses. On number 3, we have the 1969 Hofner that I was joking with Robert about, you know, Sir Paul McCartney being jealous about that bass. And he mentioned that he wouldn't be able to play because it was, you know, the strings were not inverted to a left-handed person. So, I mean, beautiful. That bass was in a pristine condition. It was amazing. The paint job was still there, intact, all crackled and beautiful. I mean, that bass deserves to be on somebody's wall, and of course be played, but you know, be appreciated as a piece of art and as a piece of history. On number 2 of favorite basses, we have a 1960s Fender Jazz bass in its original case. Beautiful bass with all the little details and the little guard for the pickups, the little chrome plate. And then for number 1 on basses, the bass that I always thought that Marcelo, the old bass player of Mayo, should play this whole time, the Gibson G3. I mean, Mike Dirnt, I mean, Chris Novoselic. You know, it's that bass, it's that kind of sound, and I think that Marcelo's bass lines with that bass would be a perfect match. So, well-deserved first place. Next, we have guitars that I would add to my collection, guitars that I would love to have here in the studio and, you know, be part of my creative process in here. All instruments are less than 5K. So on number 3 of guitars that I would add to my collection, we have a refinished 1959 Gibson Les Paul Jr. Amazing guitar. I don't care about it being refinished or not. I'm not a purist of any kind when it comes to guitars. So yes, I would love that guitar in my collection for sure. Number 2, I would go with the PRS, that spec. That guitar is even prettier when you see it in person. That matte finish on the body is just out of this world. I love the grains on the wood and everything else. That guitar was just amazing and very nice to play, actually. Very comfortable neck. Kudos for you, John Mayer. Kudos for you. And then on first place of guitars I would add to my collection under 5K, we have a reproduction of a Gibson bass that was to die for. So per what the guy explained to me, that bass is made by a luthier. So he grabbed a Gibson bass and he converted a few different things. So it has banjo tuners, which I've never seen on a bass before, let's be real. And he added 2 pickups. So you had 2 humbuckers, one on the bridge and one on the neck. Very close to my DC Special here. Same color, same idea behind it. Amazing bass. I wish I could just go back there right now with 5K and get that bass. And actually all 3 of those. If I had $15,000 right now, I'll go there and I'll buy all 3 of those, because I mean, why not? Okay, so we're running out of categories. We only have 2 more before I give you guys my favorite guitar and Robert's favorite guitar. So of course we need a list of the ugliest guitars I've seen in the show, because why not? So on number 3 of ugliest guitars, it was a 1969 L65 Gibson. That thing is awful. I'm sorry if you like that kind of guitar. If I'm not mistaken, Santana used to play one of those back in the day. I mean, that thing is just not for me, period. I think it's so ugly, and it wouldn't be part of my studio whatsoever. It's not the ugliest of them all, but it's right there. On number 2 of ugliest guitars, we have the BC Rich Mockingbird. That green thing, it's just ugly. It's just, I'm sorry, if you like those guitars, I'm not telling you that your taste is awful, but I'm kind of telling you that your taste is awful. I mean, you have better things to to find. And funny enough, on the second day, that guitar was gone. So somebody got it. I'm sorry for you, person that got that guitar. And then on number 1 of ugliest guitars, we have the Kramer Triangle. I mean, look at that. That is just... I've seen the squared rectangle Gretches, and they're kind of okay. I think they're kind of funny and, you know, a conversation piece. But the triangle, I mean, for me, it's just too much. It's nonsense. Okay, so now we go to the last of the categories, which was most expensive guitars. And I will say something here. Most expensive guitars that I've filmed and I've seen, and that there were prices on. Because some of the guitars didn't have prices and you have to keep asking people about the price, and I would never remember them. That's why I was filming everything. So maybe there was something more expensive that they just didn't put prices on. But from all the ones with prices on number 3, we have a 1964 Gibson ES335 red with the Bigsby for $30K. I mean, the guitar was spectacular. It was really, really, really pristine. The guitar was beautiful. It was definitely a piece of museum, but it was $30,000. I mean, it's coming there and just dropping, hey, here's my car, all yours. You know, a bit too much, not for me. On number 2, we have a 1955 Fender Esquire for $35,000. That guitar was beautiful. That guitar was amazing. I mean, it screamed, I am a 50s guitar, and I was very well loved. Let's put it like that. But again, super rare guitar. Super nice to see one to begin with, because Esquires are not, just, oh, there's one. It's fairly rare. So being able to see one, even for $35,000, was pretty amazing. And then, last but not least, the most expensive guitar that I've seen there, a 1936 Martin 00045 for $50,000. I mean, it's a pre-Second World War guitar, intact, beautiful. $50,000 though, I would never spend $50,000 unless it was like, hey, I am gonna invest because I want something that is not gonna drop in price, or something that is always gonna keep its value, at maybe like putting some money on it so I can maintain the value over the years as an investment. Maybe as a player, no, it doesn't make sense to me. So that's it. The only last thing now is my favorite guitar of the show, not necessarily the most expensive one, and Robert's favorite guitar of the show. We'll start with Robert's, which was this beautiful 12-string Rickenbacker that he was in love with it. I could see his face, and he was like, I would take that thing home. And I was like, I know. It was amazing. It was in almost mint condition, and probably worth every single penny of those $6,500 that they were asking for it. So again, not the most expensive guitar, but I have to agree with him. If we had the money, we'll take that guitar home for sure. And for me, I had to go with a 1967 ES355 in my favorite color, sparkling burgundy, and it was basically mint condition. Usually the red on the burgundy fades out because of the UV light, which means that this guitar probably never left the house. It was never played out in the sun. They were asking $20,000 for it. Again, I wouldn't pay that kind of money on a guitar like that. But that one, if I had the $25,000 this past weekend and I didn't need the money, that guitar would be here right now with me while I'm recording this video. So thank you all for coming. You guys are amazing. Thank you for checking it out. Next time that there's something like this, I will definitely be there covering the event again. It was truly an honor to be there. It was an honor to be there with my dear friend Robert, and it was amazing to meet everybody that was there. People selling guitars, people buying guitars, friendly people just talking about life and about things that they love, and trading information. It was a very inspiring place to be. So hopefully I'll get to do this more often, and hopefully soon enough as well. I'll see you guys on the next one, and take care.